Yeah, Weege Show, we've got 2 races left. Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. We've talked a ton about Dylan Ferrandis and Jet Lawrence and Ken Roxon and Justin Cooper and Eli Tomac and all those guys. So today we're gonna spend a little bit of time out here, what we call Privateer Island, way in the back 40. It's actually not that bad. Starting gate is where that mountain is. No, just kidding, it's not that far away. So we'll talk to we got some really cool privateer stories. I've actually arranged to meet with some people today, which doesn't always happen. We'll talk to the 600 here. What's your name, sir?
Connor Olson.
Oh, you know what's funny? We had 2 nationals here at Fox Raceway. I kind of get that sense it's like deja vu, like that Olivia Rodrigo song, Deja Vu. I feel like we met here before.
Yeah, it was a little bit better parking spot.
Yes.
We're kind of pretty deep out here today,
but yeah, your setup's a little different. It's just a truck. Do you have anything, I see the Fox logo here at Fox Race, anything extra that you have maybe in your pit area?
Yeah, this one's for you.
Oh, okay.
My gear and everything's all inside.
All right, this is an extra?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I missed a few rounds this year. I didn't get to go do a couple of the East Coast ones, so
yes.
This makes up for it.
Okay, yeah, so if I interview you now, the contents are mine.
Yeah.
Okay, Connor Olson, how's it been going actually this year? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, it's good. I did the first couple and then ended up, I went to Washougal.
Yeah.
And Washougal went well. Millville didn't go so good, but then after Washougal, I brought all my stuff back down to California.
Yeah.
And I was planning on actually flying to Budds Creek and Indiana. Yeah. Because that Husky, the Magna 1 team, we were going to do a couple more.
East Coast guys, yes.
Yeah, but some things didn't work out with that. They were at Loretta's, and just some planning stuff didn't work for those races. So all of my stuff was here in California, so I didn't have a way to get anything there.
Okay, so you're back now.
Yeah.
You're back.
So we'll do this one and then Hangtown next week. So
can we get points? Can it be done?
I mean, this is probably the best chance.
Okay.
There's not a lot of people here. There wasn't a lot of people here the first round, but I mean, there's what, 7 factory dudes probably down here?
There's a lot fewer factory guys than we had at Palo 1, that's for sure.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the goal. I was at end of second moto at Washougal. I was in 27th with probably 5 minutes to go, and there was a good group in front of me. So if I would have finished, hopefully, I would have thought maybe 25, 24. So there's, I think, 4 less factory dudes here. So hopefully
that could do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were working this morning? You were actually working regular job?
Yeah.
Yep. For who?
For Fox.
For Fox.
Yeah.
Here at Fox Raceway.
Fox Raceway. Like, I kind of gotta help a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta hold it down. All right, and
that's why we're sort of back here in the back 40. I showed up late because
you were working.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take the. Wow, this has got a lot of stuff in it here at Fox Raceway. Good luck, Connor Olson.
Thanks, Weege.
I'm gonna come cruising through. There's an awesome story over here. Hang on, I gotta leave the bag for a second. Oh, it's so top heavy because it's so loaded with stuff. This is amazing right here. And you go to Privateer Island. I didn't even know if I'd find. This is Brett Strallo. Nice to meet you. We see the logos on the bike. Now, every once in a while, we'll have like a military appreciation day at Supercross. This is really cool that you have the logos on here, but it means a lot more to you. you're actually a veteran.
Yeah, I did 8.5 years in the United States Army. Yeah.
Wow, and it's time in Afghanistan.
Yeah, if you count it all up, it's a little over 3 years.
Jeez, oh man.
So over several tours, obviously broke up. But,
yes. So you've seen some stuff, I would imagine.
That's a fair assessment.
Yes, okay. Now the really cool thing is, talk about, we have names here, pseudo dog tags, so to speak. Yeah. So you're really, you told me your goal is not just qualifying or what the results are. It's really more about these names of combat veterans.
So this one's a little bit different this week because as most people in the world know, during
last couple weeks,
what they call the evacuations.
Yes.
We had a massive event that took the lives of 13 Marines, and well, 12 Marines, one Navy corpsman.
Okay.
At that point, they're basically Marines. They travel around. They're hardcore as it gets. They're patching people up.
Right.
Anyway, this is the name of on these dog tags of all 13 of them that passed away in that. And I think there's actually one name missing off of here that I didn't know about that was actually a United States Army soldier. So if that is missing on there, I gotta apologize about that because I didn't know till after the fact. But that being said, I bring combat vets myself to the races, and that's what I do. I pay for them to come in and get a different experience, hopefully for the mental health. This week we wanted to do a special tribute to these people who gave that ultimate sacrifice. So
Yeah, but because you're a racer, you can get access to mechanics passes and a little bit of a more experience than they could if they just wanted to buy a regular ticket.
Absolutely. And then again, and I've been fortunate enough to have amazing racers like Cody Schock.
Yep.
Let's see. Christian Craig. A lot of these guys spend time with these veterans.
Yep.
Alex Martin signed. They've signed jerseys for them, and they get to meet these people, take pictures with Eli Tomac, whoever their hero is.
That's cool.
It's bigger than me because they know me and it's cool because I have my license. But these guys they see are kind of heroes, and they just get to see this atmosphere. And if they've never been and they're not a real fan of the sport, my hope is they get to see the camaraderie of motocross and how close it is to that military experience.
Because you do feel that way. It replicates it in a way. What you experience there.
Yeah, and then the freedom that you get from being on two wheels.
Yeah.
The mental benefits you get. We lose 22 veterans a day.
No kidding.
To suicide.
Wow.
I would like to if I prevent one.
Absolutely.
Because I showed him a dirt bike and how cool it can be, and if let's say he can't because of his injuries. Yeah. But he was able to be a mechanic for a guy and still be with that community. He's not left alone. That is what I'd like them to see and be able to notice. But the Marines get all the love this week because that was some heavy stuff. And I'll get too crazy about it. They need the love. And they need to be remembered, and I want their names remembered. They gave the ultimate sacrifice.
They did. All right. Well, thanks for your service. That's a really cool thing, doing your part. And you said it's not really about the results, it's just about the experience for them.
Like I said, the one, Sergeant Nicole Gee, one of her instructors, Jamie, is going to be one of my combat vets that comes. So he's going to come, and he knew one of these people directly, and he's going to have a pit shirt that has it as well. So it's going to be super cool.
Hope he has a good time. Absolutely.
Thanks for coming by, Weege. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck in the motos and with the bigger goal that you got. That's good stuff. All right, I got to get back to my very heavy gear bag over here. Hey, we were talking to privateers today. No longer a privateer. So Josh Varize, not Varize.
Yeah, Varize.
Varize, sorry, West Kane.
It's cool to put the to emphasize the E at the end, but no, the correct way is Varize. But if you wanna have fun with it, Varize. So yeah. But
okay, you let that fly.
Yeah.
Okay, now stand in front of your new steed. Stand in front of it. Yeah. This is a big deal. So Varize is part of the Orange Brigade, which is KTM's amateur program. Him and his dad have pretty much just driven to all the races, worked on the bikes. You had to do most of the work yourself. Because your dad
practice day.
Yeah,
I was
we're throwing dad under the bus. We are throwing dad under the bus. We are.
I'm 100% saying I was full practice mechanic. Okay. I load up to go to the tracks. Load up, come back home, wash the bike. Some days like before it was like okay, we'd switch on and off. Then it was just like okay, it was all me when he started going back to work and stuff. But then at the races on race day, yes, he does help out a lot. He's like main mechanic. But then when it comes to like technical stuff, like I would just like to do it because I know it's getting done right, and sometimes like he just could it was just if I did it, it was just easier. But
I'm gonna defend your dad. It's been so stressful. You guys are from California. You haven't been home since Pala #1, the opener, and it was so stressful. Your body was breaking down. You told me you had pain in your shoulder that moved to your foot from stress.
Yep, see that?
That is ridiculous.
Just to correct that though, we did go home from Washougal because we had to go get parts and get bikes, motors, suspension, and that's after that little break, that's when everything.
That is a grind. Okay, so we've gone from dad and you working on the motorcycle to full factory ride with Husqvarna this weekend.
Yeah, got the opportunity to fill in with Rockstar Husky for the last 2 pro motocross rounds, and for sure, a dream come true. Like this is my dream to ride for a factory team, be under a 10, let alone have a factory bike. Like this thing is amazing, and having Jed, factory mechanic,
real mechanic.
It's like honestly, I like watching him work on the bike because then like I can pick up on stuff like okay, that's a good way to do it. And like for me, like it's just cool to like sit there and like watch someone work on my bike, and watch them do it, and they just know how to do it. It's like amazing. It's fun to watch. Like when I get home, I feel like I get home, wash my boots, and I'm like something doesn't feel right. Like I need to get my hands dirty. And stuff, I need to change a filter or something, but there's nothing to be done. So
hopefully it's a feeling you get used to. Now your results have been getting better. It was good last week. The weekend before that at Budds Creek was excellent, almost top 10. You're telling me that we talked last week in your old. No, it's not even your motorhome you're in. It was you had to borrow one because yours blew up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes. We were talking about how you're learning the schedule of the day to actually eat when you need to eat and all those things. That's what you've learned through your kind of 1-year journey through this.
Yeah, like I did the whole series last year in 2020. And then 2021, I kind of knew what to expect, you know, going in with only having really like 45 minutes in between motos to like relax. And so last year, really bad at eating. Nate Dogg, Nate Ramsey was always like, dude, you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And I'm just like, I can't, like, I feel full, I don't want to eat. But now, with seeing how my results have been getting better with forcing myself to eat, you know, like having to wake up early in the morning, make breakfast, and like slurp down a smoothie or something. Yes. And then throughout the day, you know, eating here and there and making sure it's like good protein and stuff like that. Not like little granola bars. Like I really want to get good meals in, and you know, showing that it's working, and I'm glad. But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to eat it, but I know I have to, and it pays off.
He told me that you would have like 5 hours out here on a practice day, and you'd eat a banana in 5 hours, sometimes that's not cutting it.
Sometimes it's just Gatorade.
No, in 5 hours. No, that's not cutting it. All right, you got it. You got the factory bike. Who knows? Maybe you'll stay here. You never know.
So we're gonna go for it these next 2 weeks and have fun with it. Just keep it fun. Don't put too much stress on myself, and just have fun riding the most amazing bike I've ever ridden.
And you got some vibes here. We remember you putting it to Ryan Villapoto on a 125 at this track a couple years ago. You know your way around Fox Raceway.
Oh yeah, I do. The track's a little bit different, but I'm gonna go scope it out and kind of maybe reimagine the Villapoto race and go, you know what? I know I can make it happen. Yeah, I beat a champion here before. I can do it again. I know that for sure.
They're loving this. They're loving this right now. More Privateer Island warriors here on the Weege Show. It's brought to you by Honda Powersports. Let's talk to a Honda guy. You said you're a 9-to-5er as well, so not just Connor Olson over there, who made it worth my while to interview him. Okay, Nisbet, Nicholas Nisbet. What is your regular job?
Regular job, I'm a real estate agent. Yep, got in the business about 3 years ago.
In California?
Took a break from racing in California. Yeah.
Are you just making tons of bank, dude? Are you just killing it?
Killing it. First year in, absolutely slaying it.
That's how it works, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
All right.
$1 million listings left and right.
All right, dude.
No, it took a long time to get started in it, but finally at a point where I can like take a little bit of time off and start riding more. So, I applied for my pro license and got it, and so here we are.
First one
ever, first pro outdoor.
Wow.
Try to put the work in a little bit in the month coming up to this, and I don't know, super excited. I'm still waiting on graphics, as you can see. They're being
bike's awfully stock looking.
It's Friday at 1:42, and I'm still waiting on graphics to be printed. I'm gonna be up all night probably putting them on, but we're gonna be here tomorrow morning, and I'm looking forward to it.
At least you'll be looking good.
Yeah,
at least you'll be looking good. And by the way, what year bike is this?
This is a 2020.
That's a 2020.
Yep.
I noticed it is not the current model.
No, it's not the current model. It's a 2020. I bought used on Craigslist.
No way.
Had 12 hours on it. The guy was really cool, sold to me, and I've been running it since then. Recently, I got my suspension done by Factory Connection. They've been super helpful.
Okay.
Did some testing with them last week. Actually, spent some time at Glen Helen and
testing.
Paris. Yeah,
nice.
Actually testing. Yeah, Jacob at Factory Connection, awesome dude. They've been helping me out a ton, and just kind of putting together sponsors last minute and kind of coming together. Nick, this is my buddy's van.
Okay.
My roommate.
It's not your van.
And,
the van looks good.
Not my van.
Good
but
job.
It looks really good.
Yes.
He built it himself actually. So. Hey, it is for sale.
Oh, it is for sale.
Yeah.
It is for sale. All right, let's talk. I don't. This is a good time to be buying Sprinters. You could probably command top dollar.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
It's blowing. It's blowing up the Sprinter life.
It's insane. Your van could look like it's homeless and you could be getting 10 grand.
I know. And when you go to Privateer Island back here, it's about 50% Sprinters. Like this is a Sprinter show back here.
That's where it is.
Okay, 2020 Craigslist special, trying to make the show. Nick, good luck, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yes, don't let the day job throw you too much.
No, never.
Oh, I see. There we go. Right there. Hooking yourself up.
Yeah.
There it is.
My graphics tomorrow will have them on the full shroud. So
oh, beautiful. All right, nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, a lot of stories to cover here. A lot of drama in the Jace Kessler pit. First, let's get this out of the way. The 800. You did not intend to steal Mike Alessi's old number.
No, sir. When I got my pro card on my application, I picked my 3 numbers, and my number my whole career has always been 51. So, I went for like 5'11", 151, and then I did like my AMA number, and all of a sudden they come back and it just says 800 on my rider profile. I email them like, hey, these are none of the numbers I picked, because I didn't know how any of it worked, and they're like, oh, all these numbers were gone. I'm like, oh, I didn't get a choice, and so hey, I somehow was blessed enough with the 800, I guess you could say.
It rings out loud in the hills of Southern California.
It's been making some waves at least. So yeah, that's a story on the 800. And
okay, we got a lot more here. So the bike says Pulpamex. I hate to give him credit. You got Paul Perijbinos coming off the bench, former national championship mechanic for Dean Wilson with Pro Circuit. This is Steve Matthes' actual motorcycle. Steve Matthes gave you his bike to race.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
so good and so bad.
Yeah, like I said, I was on the privateer pod and I was telling him, I'm like, you know, I didn't have any plans to do California. And he's like, well, you can ride my bike. I'm like, really? And he's like, hey, hit me up after the show. And so we got it going. And, you know, I can't thank him enough, though, for letting me use his bike, and as well as Nick Way for all his help, and Paul, man, like, this is...
You volunteered to spin wrenches, Paul.
Yeah, well, I mean, I sponsored Jace, right? And Jace was gonna have a guy come out and help him.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it last minute, so literally, I was in the middle of a fantasy football draft last night, and Nick is calling me, Steve's calling me.
A lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
Did I participate in this fantasy football league?
No, of course not.
No.
You couldn't get off your wallet.
No, 200? I'm out, bro. I'm out.
So we were doing that draft, and they were like, oh man, we really need your help. And I was like, pay me. I was like, pay me, and I'll be there. I'll do the best job that you can find.
Hey, because I flew last night. I was attempting to get this bike back together, suspension, everything, and I was
Anything wrong with it? Anything wrong with it?
There was some.
Matthes, bro.
There was a missing shock nut.
Oh, great.
Hey, Matthes could have died if he rode the bike one more time. So,
yeah, the shock might have went through the seat and got him.
Front axle, bit of a problem?
Front axle was, I think, installed with a hammer.
Okay.
We had a missing subframe bolt.
Come on, this literally wasn't even here.
No, that was gone.
All right.
We had a lot of problems.
So I've gone through it.
Yeah.
We've greased things, we've Loctite things, we've taken electricals apart, we've cleaned them, put them back together. We got new tires, sprocket chain. Jace did the graphics. We're ready.
Well done. No bubbles.
Hey, no, it's a hack job. There's bubbles.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Bubbles.
That's pretty bad.
Hey, I blame some of it on Steve, though. His plastic was pretty scratched up.
That's fair.
You know, I think I can put the blame on that.
We're gonna do oil and a clutch and we'll be done.
So look, we want to give Matthes credit, Matthes media member of Pulp MX, for letting a privateer race his bike, but really he got a complete overhaul from a factory level mechanic.
So
he kind of, yes.
He hasn't really put a wrench on it in a while. I think he's been washing it with a garden hose. But you know what? We appreciate him loaning us the machine.
Yeah, no, all seriousness, man. I wouldn't be here without the help of him and Nick Way. So.
Now we got one other thing to discuss. Last week, 13th in Moto 1. Great job, Jace Kessler. What happened in Moto 2, bro?
Oh, dude, yeah. So, on the line for Moto 2, and I just picked my game. We're sitting there, and I go to put on my gloves, and I'm like, shoot, man, I got two right gloves. So I look at my mechanic, I'm like, hey man, you gotta go get my glove. We still had like 5 or 6 minutes left before the sight lap. The guys are still picking their game. I'm like, dude, you gotta go get my glove. And he's like, all right, and we're parked freaking 20 miles away from the start. So he takes the bike, and on the way out, mind you, he asks the guy, the official standing right there, he's like, hey man, I gotta go get this glove. Can I leave and go get the glove? Yeah. And the guy's like, yep, go for it. You're all good. So takes off. I'm still standing at the gate. Yep. And he comes back down the hill a few minutes later, and he's sitting there for a minute, and then another official comes over and was like, hey man, where are you going? Like, you're gonna be DQ'd. And my mechanic was like, he's like, what are you talking about? Like, this guy right here told me I could leave. Yeah. And even that guy that was standing right next to me, he's like, yeah, I did tell him we could go. And the main guy, I guess, Canfield, is just like, oh, these are the rules. You left the gate, you're out. Like you're done. Yeah. And so it sucked. Like I was bummed, man, because so much hard work, and we had a pretty good first moto going. So I wanted to do it again. I feel like I could have, and I want to crack that top 10. So I was ready to go, and it sucked, man, being pulled off the line like that. Yeah. So, and I feel like in that situation, I mean, their own guy told us the wrong rules, so it's not like we didn't ask them. Like, I know there's been talk like, oh, like if that's even the story, and even those officials were saying like, no, that's not true. But man, the fact is, their guy told us we could leave, so it sucks. It's unfortunate, but
you're going for top 10 this weekend. That's the goal.
Hey, that's my goal, man.
Revenge.
That's my goal.
Okay.
I mean, I don't work on bikes that don't go in the top 10.
Oh, that's just the way it is.
Like,
hey, I gotta make Paul proud.
Just make sure you got 2 gloves that are correct, bro.
We're gonna put a spare set in the backpack. We'll be ready.
You'll be ready down there. Okay. There's all the tricks of the trade that Paul knows. All right, good luck, Jace Kessler, on the Pulp MX Blue Crew Yamaha. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our show. We want to thank Honda, of course, Honda Powersports and the Talon Sports side-by-side. See those big mountains up there? That'd be really fun to drive a Talon up there with 20 inches of wheel travel with 1,000 cc's, twin cylinder power, and exclusive dual clutch transmission. The next best thing to racing a dirt bike, maybe a Honda. If you want to hang out with the family and make it a family fun experience, do it in a Honda Talon Sport side-by-side. I hope you enjoyed our little visit to Privateer Island and enjoy the racing today from Fox Raceway, round 11. We got one to go in Hangtown next week.